Hey everyone, I'm back. In this video I'm going to finally be doing my review of Batman, The Killing Joke. I said I was going to do a little review a while back after I watched it, but I was kind of busy, so I didn't really get to it. But I finally did recently sit down and watch this movie. And in my honest opinion, it was okay. I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoyed like for Batman how I was like I don't know if I should say that the dark. Excuse me, my allergies are bugging me. Excuse me. Okay, what I would say is that this film is like one definitely I think the darkest animated cartoon Batman movie ever made. I mean, right here should tell you that it's rated R. See that? If we can see that right there. Yeah, this is the first rated R Batman movie I think they ever made, except for of course, well, I said animated. People are gonna say, oh, but what about Batman Superman Ultimate Edition? Well, that has a special edition rated R. You know, it was originally PG. The theatrical was PG-13. The rated R version was just a special extended edition. This is the original edition, the rated R version of this film. It's the only version I think there is. But yeah, it definitely stuck hard to its R rating. I mean, the story is unbelievable. Is very dark. You probably know it's based off of the 1988 comic by Alan Moore, and it's pretty faithful to the adaptation of it. I enjoyed the animation. I enjoyed the voice actors. You know, Kevin Conroy returns as Batman. Mark Hamill returns as the Joker. Tara Strong as Batgirl, aka Barbara. Batman, aka Bruce Wayne. But it's, you know, compared to the original graphic novel comic, this is pretty good adaptation of it, you know. And like the cover, that cover right there is almost, it's pretty much the exact same thing you see on the comic book cover. So overall, I thought the film was pretty good. Stuck to it. It was very dark, very gritty. However, if there's one thing I didn't like about it, I think a lot of people share this opinion. I've read a lot of reviews online, so ahead of time, so I kind of knew what to expect. There's like a 30-minute prologue about Batgirl before the actual incident with her happens, and I can see why they put it in to give her more backstory. But I think it went on a little too long, and a lot of it seemed very unnecessary. So, I mean, had they trimmed it to maybe half its length, like maybe if it was only 15 minutes long, then it might have been okay. But a lot of it just seemed like filler. You know, if it was 10-15 minutes long, her prologue, it might have been, I think it would have turned out better. But had you trimmed that prologue by half and kept the rest of the film was good after the prologue, the best after that. But I think I'm not going to spoil anything. This is a non-spoiler review. Mention a little plot. I'm not going to mention maybe a few little plot details, but there's one part that happens when I was like, what? And if you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. The one scene that happens midway through the prologue, I think, as soon as I saw what was happening, I was like, really? Like, what? And for those of you who've seen the film, like I said, you know what I'm talking about. That was like a little odd. It came out of nowhere, like out of left field, whatever you want to call it. I thought that was unneeded. It didn't add anything to the story at all, so that could have been completely scrapped. The rest of the other prologue, I think, was okay. You know, it was like a robbery sequence typically of a Batman film, but isn't that what they all have, I think? But they don't linger on it for a half hour. You know, if it was just a brief setup, like I said, it would have turned out better. The rest of the film was very good, though. I mean, dark, gritty, very disturbing in some scenes. Like, the comic definitely stuck to the disturbing levels, pretty much stuck right to it. And I was surprised though that they showed like all why the R rating. It says some bloody images and disturbing content. I'm surprised though that they didn't go full on out with like other stuff with the R rating. Like, yeah, they showed the dark scenes, which contributed to the R rating, but I thought they would have. I'm not saying I would have wanted to see more, but I'm just surprised that they didn't show more. If you know what I'm saying. But the animation I thought was pretty good too. Like, I liked how some of it stuck. I think they were trying to stick to the animation of the graphic novel in a way with modern day animation, which I thought was kind of cool. And what else do I have to say? Yeah, overall, I think all the cast members did great. Animation was great. Story was great. Despite, like I said, despite the prologue could have been shortened up a bit. But other than that, and other than that, and I said a couple of unnecessary bits. Overall, the film I thought was very good. So from 1 to 10, I give it maybe 7. Like I said, what keeps it back from a 10 is prologue going a little too long. Some of it was unnecessary, and just a few other little, like I said, a few other little things that bothered me about it. But other than that, I'm just surprised it was not bad, pretty good. Do I recommend it? In a way, yes. If you want to see a dark and gritty Batman film, this is the one for you. This, except of course the Dark Knight films and all the other ones, Tim Burton ones like that. But for an animated film, you want to see a really dark, gritty one. This is the one. This doesn't. This is like this. This is the one you'd want to see. For a cartoon, this is the gritty stuff right here. So overall, pretty good. That's all I have to say. I think so. Overall, that's about it. I think. Bye.